Hello, everyone. My name is Leon, and welcome, man. Just fair warning, this video is going to get pretty heated. I'm probably going to start getting pissed off just talking. I'm not going to go blame of truth style levels of screaming, but great content creator, by the way. If you guys have never seen Blame of Truth, I have never seen his content until H2M. And so anyway, I've just really enjoyed him. So he's a really good content creator. I do enjoy him. But listen, so I haven't made a video since H2M and everything that's kind of gone on. And I'm a little late to the party, right? I kind of wanted to give it a few weeks. I wanted to understand what was going on and what would happen afterwards. If you guys do not know who I am, or if you guys have been subscribed to the channel for a while, I may have never discussed this with you guys. I'm kind of a 15-year vet when it comes down to the Call of Duty clients. Maybe not 15 years. I think it's been a little over, maybe I think 13 years. Whatever, 15, we'll round it up. I'm an old head. We're just going to say that. So I've been all the way back since the Alter IWNet days, and I did join the team at Alter Revolution. And so this matters, and this does have a little bit of context for some of the story that I'm about to get into, but there's similar stuff going on right now that happened only 13 years ago, or maybe 15 years ago. Whatever it was, doesn't matter. But this is a very similar pattern, and it's crazy. So if you guys are like old heads like me, do you ever just take a minute and just reflect on like how you grow older, but you look at the past and just think like, man, things just never actually change. Things keep, history repeats itself, all that kind of stuff. I always quote General Shepard, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Boundaries shift, but powers always find a place to rest their head. And so that's kind of a General Shepard quote in the beginning of Modern Warfare 2, the 2009 version. And there is so much truth to that statement that it's insane on how much things repeat themselves. And so this is the exact, literally to almost to a T of what happened to Alter IWNet. And it's pretty crazy, man. So let me just get right off the bat, man. Activision absolutely hates you. They absolutely hate you, and I don't understand this cease and desist. I don't understand why they want to attack the modding community so much. I am not a programmer. I'm not like a GSC writer. I'm not a script writer. I'm a content creator. I was a community manager. I am very involved in these clients when they were kind of a thing. I try to channel all the communication together. I fed the communication out to the community. I also did play testing. I did, bug reporting and things like that. And so seeing everything that's happening, man, it's just really sad that Activision is continuing still to this day. They are continuing to attack the mod community, and it's not just Activision, right? We can call Acti shit out on their shit, but there's also like Bethesda, attacking their modding community with a storefront that they can sell mods, and I think that's even still a thing today. But there's many other types of community mods that have been made for official intellectual property that have made games like completely new games, right? When we talk about Counter-Strike, right, which that was a Half-Life mod, and then that turned into an actual game. Where we talk about Dota, where that was a Warcraft 3 mod. I'll tell you right now, Blizzard was absolutely pissed that Dota became its own game and that they didn't have any intellectual property rights to it. They couldn't really get any royalties from it. They may have had something, right? I don't know. I don't know all the history about Dota 2. But what I'm saying is they attack you, the player, by stripping these things away, these creative things. And man, can you imagine what the mod people, the people who create the mod, can you imagine what they feel right now? I know that, again, I'm making a video. I'm coming out late to the party. But still, can you imagine working on a mod for 2, 3, 4 years, and literally it can just all be taken away and just a Thanos snap of a finger? That's it. Thanos snapping a finger, cease and desist, all your work is gone. And so it really upsets me to see this. And so going back to the Alter IWNet and Alter Revolution days, so I was a part of Alter Revolution, and essentially, so Alter IWNet was already a thing. It was pretty unique how NT Authority kind of figure out how to reverse engineer Modern Warfare 2. Basically, I think what happened was him and Max Damage, they basically figured out a way to redirect the host file that IWNet was pointing to, and they figured out a way to redirect it to their own emulated daemonware server, and that was just a unique thing back then. That was new. It was new to Call of Duty, and that's basically kind of like an exploit that they used in the code to basically create Ultra IWNet, because they pointed all the traffic to basically this new master server that they emulated, and they pointed all their new traffic to a completely different place. And that's kind of how the modding community for these Call of Duty clients got started. It was started in a bad vein, and I think that Ultra IWNet really caused a lot of issues over there at Activision, because it was started in a bad vein. It was started in a way that, you want to play Modern Warfare 2 for free? Well, all you got to do is, get the game from, you got to sail the high seas. And if you had that, then you could just install this little thing, and all of a sudden you got Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer completely for free. And so I think that started a really bad, rep. But going back to that, when it got shut down, the source code for basically what we consider the M1 client got leaked, right? And you kind of see where I'm going with this. I bet you kind of guys do. And all of a sudden, some of the old staff members from Ultra IWNet created Ultra Revolution, and all they did was simply just they changed where the master server gets pointed to, right? They used the quote stolen source code. It was leaked. And if you want to say stolen, or if you want to say leaked, whatever, these days it's kind of, you just say leaked. I mean, you don't really say, well, they stole my code. But really it was leaked, and that's how Ultra Revolution got started. And then they actually started doing internal development, whether that was forking off of NT Authority's current stuff that he was working on in GitHub, but he winded up coming back and creating 4 Delta 1. So I'm getting really into these olden days. If some of you guys have been around for a while, you're going to know what like 4 Delta 1 is, Rocket V2, Reps IW4, and then officially it kind of finally landed on IW4X. And IW4X, even, it was made and it had like about a year of support, then they just kind of stopped developing for it. So it needed a complete rewrite, but I don't think anybody was willing to do it because it was just such an old client. IW4 itself is just so old, and it's a 32-bit, client, so there's not a lot that you can do with it. You need a 64-bit, so that way you can use more than 4 gigs of RAM, and so there was just a lot of issues. But going back to the storyline, do you guys kind of see what's happening? So if you don't know, the current people, kind of like Ultra Revolution, they're called Horizon MW. And Horizon MW, basically, all it is just a Discord that was launched to take the leaked source code, the leaked files, and that may not have had actual source code, but they were basically able to do like hex edits and some coding. Not going to get into all the technical details, but essentially all they did was just re-release the client for H2M after Activision already shut it down. And here's my thing. Here's my thing about Activision. And I call them acty shit, by the way. I usually don't curse in videos, but I do call them acty shit when I do talk about Activision. But the crazy thing is, the excuse, if you guys remember, if you watched Wolf's video, Wolf said that Activision sent a cease and desist, and in the letter, it said that it could potentially compete with Black Ops 6. Okay, so we've already experienced the beta, right? And that's kind of why I wanted to wait a little bit. I wanted to see how the Black Ops 6 beta was going to go. I kind of wanted to see what the developments of H2M were going to be. But they were talking about how it's going to compete with it. And I'm sitting here, and I'm scratching my beard here, and I'm rubbing on it, and I'm sitting here like, wait a minute. So Activision, you're telling me that a new game is Call of Duty is going to compete with Call of Duty? How does that make a lick of sense, right? You're sitting back here, and I get it. They want to protect their intellectual property, blah blah blah, whatever. You can throw out some bullshit if you want to. I don't care. I'm too heated to even think about that. Yeah, we got to protect the IP, so that's when they shut it down. It's gonna get a cease and desist. Well, anyway, okay. Anyway, I get it. They got to protect their IP, but you're telling me that Call of Duty is gonna compete with Call of Duty? Like, you had to own a copy of Modern Warfare Remastered on Steam. The game without the sale was $40. They had to own it. So you're telling me that a game that's made by a community mod group, right, is, that wasn't probably going to have any more than 5,000, 10,000 players. If even that. I was thinking maybe 5,000 players at launch. And then maybe it would like stick around like 2,500, maybe 3,000 players. If that. And that's a big if. And I was thinking here, and I'm sitting here like, are they really that petty to say that Black Ops 6 sales could possibly be affected by a small community project? What? And I don't understand the logic in this. And I've been struggling to wrap my head around it. And it's like, I get it. If you use the intellectual property, it's their intellectual property, though. I get it. If you let people use your intellectual property too much, you may lose the rights to it. I get it. It's a lawyer speak. But also, we got some dumbass laws in California that people can just, live in your house and squat in it after 30 days. We got some dumbass laws in the U.S. Sorry for all the European guys that have to deal with us sometimes. I get it, man. We're pretty stupid. And but look, man, I just don't get it. I don't get the whole Black Ops 6 thing. Black Ops 6 is going to be a disaster, by the way. It's going to be an absolute disaster. Every content creator that is on the, invite-only list is making nothing but good videos about it. And the bad videos that they kind of clickbait, I'm not going to call out anybody, and I get it. You're a content creator, but all the content creators that are like, oh no, 5 things to look out for, what they could change, and how bad Black Ops 6 is going to, and the bad things are like, maybe, the Omni movement needs to be adjusted by a pubic hair. There you go. I don't know, but they don't talk about SBMM. They don't talk about the microtransactions. They don't talk about the shady business practices. I don't know. I'm sitting here like, I'm a very honest and upfront guy. I talk about this stuff all the time. I don't hide anything, and I'm never going to accept an offer from anybody. I don't even play Call of Duty like that anymore. I get so bored of it because, I'm somewhat of a good player, right? But if I do any good in a match, then it's going to throw me in with, the sweats and people, doing, now it's like they're doing like 360s in the air with their body, but like 9 times. So it's like a 1020. I don't whatever rotation degree that they can do. They're like spinning in the air now, bee hopping and jumping everywhere, and it's absolutely nuts, man. And this is why I really think that Activision they just straight up hate you. They do not like you. You are the player base that loves these kind of mods. You like the old games. You love the fact that there wasn't SBMM. You love the fact that there wasn't a plethora of microtransactions. They hate you. They do not want you. You are not the target demographic anymore. They want the 50-year-old dad that's going to come home, lay in his recliner, get 40 kills and maybe 20 deaths, while everybody is camping in a corner and they're all walking. They're not even running with their analog stick. And then when they're done with their game, they're going to get a giant big banner. And I bet you this is even true. I don't know if they have some detection system. I've never seen it out in the wild, but I bet you they can even detect your demographic and like, oh, well, he's 50 years old. He must, he's making some money. He's making some money, and he's made it in life. Maybe we can plaster the microtransactions and the skins all over, his screen when he's done with the game, and we'll probably incentivize him then to buy stuff. Anyway, this video is getting really long. We're almost 15 minutes, man. We're getting here. I haven't made a video this long in a while, but look, I want to let you guys know that I really am mortified, and I really hate that H2M was shut down. I know I'm late to the party, but FaZe was like coming back with all these episodes. There was just a lot of stuff coming to the community. I was extremely happy. I know a few content creators, one in particular, Mr. Fortunate. He was so excited, man. He was so excited to make all these videos and everything like that, but it's just it turned to shit because ActiShit came in, and they do not like the fact that 5,000 players out of the millions that they're going to have in Black Ops 6 could potentially ruin the buying experience, and we got to protect their intellectual property, and I've got to be able to get my bonus and get my yachts. Oh my God. I got to buy my 3 yachts, and I got to buy my wife new plastic surgery. And I'm just like, dude, oh my. The suits over there at Activision just piss me off. They know what they're doing. They intentionally competing with Black Ops 6. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Potentially blocking the potential of Black Ops 6 sales? Really? Really? You really think that a PC game, Modern Warfare Remastered, 3,000 players at max on H2M is going to really do that? I mean, good Lord. You may have been seeing some video in the background, by the way. H2M, they are running, or at least Horizons MW or MW Horizons. I can't remember the name, but they are running the quote master server. The gameplay you're seeing in the background has been AI zombies. I've also shown a little about the canceled development footage that you guys might have seen throughout the video, and I really appreciate you guys for sticking around to the end. Drop a like, subscribe, and I really appreciate it. And I'll be back for more. This isn't the end. And if there's another project that comes out and people want to be cheeky and all that kind of stuff and try to make it, we got 2 in a row now that have gotten cease and desist. And also, what's going on with Plutonium? Why are they not shut down? But I'll leave it there. Something to think about. All right, guys. Y'all have a good one. Peace.